Dear listeners,
Welcome back to episode 3,
our winter special.
We're just providing a little overview about our vision boards, go into what did and didn't work out in 2025, and what we would like to change within 2026, the new year.
Awesome. So you can see we got our vision boards right behind us
Let's
for
go get
our
that.
last year. And also see we're together in person, which gotta call it out. Honestly, gotta call it out.
We do.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it's a special, so why not? Great way to end off the year, and we're so excited to do this for you guys.
It's been a story getting here.
I want to say, please, welcome to Penthouse. Lovely, done by Arshida, the greatest at calligraphy.
You got it. You got it.
We got there.
Yeah.
You know, they're with us.
Yeah.
But to start, because we need to make sure we're on time, something like that. I wanted to provide a little overview at our vision boards. We did this actually together in 2025. I would say no, 2024.
2025.
Did we do 2025?
Yeah, we did it in January when we were back on
January?
campus.
Okay. Because I
Yeah.
wanted to make sure. Yes. Sorry, guys.
It's been in a lot of our content.
Yeah, you guys have seen this
Yeah.
on TikTok videos for sure,
Yeah.
Instagram for sure, but we wanted to go a little bit more in depth about this, especially given that it's that
Mhm.
type of season where we're talking about goals and visions for the next year. So, let's start. Okay.
Everyone's been rebranding.
And we're all about our 2026 rebrands and wanting to accomplish everything that we put our mind to.
Yeah.
Right? It's not just talking, it's also about taking action, guys.
Mhm.
And this is where we hold ourselves accountable.
All right. Do you want to start off with what did come true on this board and why it came true?
Yes. Okay. There's a lot. I was gonna say, oh my gosh, where do I
Okay, actually, start with what's on the board. Actually.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, we're gonna both provide an overview, and then from there we'll talk about what did work out, sorry, and then what didn't work out, why for both of them,
Yeah.
and then what we would like to change for 2026.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, lovely.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So I hope I can do justice for everything. If you can't see, just use your imagination to the best of your ability, like if anything. But
Visualize.
that's really what it is. So one of the common themes we wanted to do is like a word for 2025. I wanted to start with that. I chose my word to be lucky. I feel 2025 was a very lucky year for me, or at least I wanted it to be a lucky year because that is what I was trying to embody. From there, sorry, like try to describe a little bit of everything. Here we talk about like I guess habits that I wanted to build, like discipline, wanting to. Guys, I'm always late to things. So you see like alarm clocks over here. Marshita, please. She knows. I know. I know. It's okay. We've been there, done that. Talking about what is it? Putting yourself first. I think that is the biggest thing of just building better habits, wanting to build, become improving yourself. And so I have here wanting to cook more, wanting to vlog more, having that podcast. I mean, here we can see we've been vlogging.
We made it. Yeah.
So that's one of the things that did work out. From there, I love my nails. I love self-care in that form.
And her nails are always killing. That's why she always records that kind of content.
Thank you. I was gonna say, oh, I love my queen. What is it? So things like that, discipline, self-care. Oh my God, I'm like trying to see self-respect, guys. You need to have respect for yourself, and I think respect for others. That's how you're able to show up authentically. From there, I have like flowers. If I put my mind to it, I achieve it. I love, as corny as it sounds, really powerful messages because it is moving and it can get you to where you need to be. And your mind is everything. The mind loves to play tricks on you, but at the same time, it can be your biggest asset so long as you know how to use it. From there, becoming disgusted by the bare minimum has saved me from so many like mistakes and so many things because also being upfront with oneself, hey, you want to be better, you want to improve. So what does that look like? And not accepting just a bare minimum for yourself, because if that's what you think you're deserving of, then I
She's
mean,
killing it. She really is.
like I'm sorry, like you want to shoot for the stars, like you want to go for.
Why settle for mediocrity?
Speak on it, right, guys? And then from there, I think I always say it, but like becoming a baddie. I think a baddie is how you see it as, but a baddie is truly about self-discipline, trusting yourself, building that confidence. And for me, what it looked like, I wanted to start taking dance classes. I used to belly dance and I used to do what is it, like that choreography.
Our dancing queen.
Dance ensemble. Don't worry, because we're gonna talk about dance for her too. I was like, we say different, same person, different font.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
We have a lot of similarities. And from there, like naturally attract success, wealth, and power. Success, wealth, and power looks different for everybody, but for me, it's like wanting to build these better habits of like, what is it? Like I said, wanting to eat healthier, wanting to just become a better, like what I'm putting in my body, what I'm putting to my in my mind, just consuming healthier, I would say, food, anything that I'm consuming of that nature. From there, I know I'm a bougie girl. I'm not gonna say I'm not. I was like, I have, you guys can see the Dior, the Gucci, the everything, and that takes work, that takes discipline, and from there, having to build those habits. Wanting to be successful, I talked about entrepreneurship. I think I've seen like social entrepreneurship because that was part of my concentrations in my program for my master's. That's a big thing. I've wanted to like open a nonprofit later down the line, but we're gonna start making the waves for that, the moves for that.
Sowing the seeds.
Yes, you have to think about it. Ah, I love our sheet of her. Like,
I got it from you. I did get it from you. That wasn't my gesture, but you can.
I'm sorry, you're gonna see this so often. Like,
Now that we're together, especially now that we're
I
like a full
know.
frame,
We're
yeah,
just so excited because it's also a little holiday special to commemorate the end of the year and the beginning of the new year. And the fact that we're doing this together and we're
yeah.
here, it's just all like so much more
And
special.
you're so special for both of us, truly.
No, yeah, I'm gonna say to every listener, thank you for being here from the start of the episode, like from the very beginning to now and to where we're gonna be. Like words, I don't even have words to describe that feeling.
And I will preemptively apologize. We did book out a karaoke room to record this. It's just time to admit it because I hear people next door. And we will try to use the spatial sound thing on this to reduce it. But I can hear them right now.
Yeah,
So
so just
just
bear
gotta
with
keep it real.
us. It's up
Yeah,
and coming, guys.
it is
Okay,
up and coming.
this is our roots. This is
Yeah.
our beginning to then where we'll be. And
Yeah, exactly. We'll be louder. We'll be
yes,
louder.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. I love how many YouTube people are gonna see all of this happening, and then the Spotify are gonna be like, yeah, yeah, I'm like, okay, like what's going on? It's
Yeah.
fine. I like that.
Okay, okay, it's fine, it's fine. But we
So
just gotta keep it real. Just gotta keep it real.
back to everything because I know we have like so much. We're gonna
Yeah.
talk about everything, and it's gonna be probably like an hour long, but like as we should because what else? I mean,
Also, like, we've kind of established that neither of us can really shut up, and it's fine.
we're certified yappers.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
That's our whole thing. Like,
I mean, we got tired of yapping to each other, so we started a podcast. Like, that's
wow, I wonder where I read that recently. Maybe on our Instagram.
honestly, I mean, if you guys haven't already seen us on
Yeah.
Instagram, Pen Pals by PA, I mean, that's everything. So
Yeah.
you should already know that, and you know, hopefully, but it's okay. It's no problem. But from there, dance classes, discipline is a big thing. I think we redefined discipline this year a lot with like building trust within oneself and wanting to show up for oneself. I
Yeah.
think that's a very big thing. From there, I'm talking about less screen time. Guys, we're such screenagers. I'm like, I'm gonna start pivoting into like learning how to make.
We say as we were recording on the screen.
But it's okay because you know we need those moments.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's needed. Okay, I was gonna say. I have here like healthy meals because I tend to like forget breakfast or I tend to forget meals, and I think that I mean I think that's not healthy. Not I think it's not healthy at all. And wanting to, like I said, consume more healthy meals. From there, I have this girl. She's body is tea, and that's what I'm trying to like embody. I mean, getting back in the gym is one thing where I've had consistency issues. I mean, we're gonna be transparent, but that's one thing where I really want to be more consistent with like going to the gym and becoming like that girl. Okay, right there.
She is that girl. She is that girl.
We really are. We're both.
Yeah.
Like I said, we really are striving to become her, and we are. We are her. Every step that we take is to becoming that. From there, money, because money makes the world go around, guys. I mean, we need to be, in order to be financially stable, we need money in order to have our own burden, our own like things, or own, whatever the case may be, hobbies, money. So, money, wanting to get a better job, wanting to have a job that is compensating well, and even then, like, compensating for all that I was, I want to do. Museums, because museums I love. I want to start going more into the intricacies of just all these different artists, wanting to learn them. Like I said, gym, traveling. From there, I have what is it? Shopping, luxury car. Sorry for the background noise, but like we make do. um, what is it? This is a little yacht, but I want to take a lot of trips. Wanting to be with my girlfriends. Wanting to take trips to Arshida. We had our trip to DR.
I'm moving this a little closer so we can stay audible.
Yes, because I know there's a lot of background noise,
Yeah.
and we want to make sure that you guys can hear us. I know that what is it? We have the function to reduce the
Yeah,
background noise, but
it's just part of being a startup, you know?
yes. The reals. We're gonna be very real with you guys and like describe what is it, the intricacies of startup
Yeah.
is. It's not easy,
No.
but you have to just start it.
Yeah.
That's like the point blank period.
Mhm.
Of anything in life, I think one of our biggest lessons, I had to start it, even if it doesn't look perfect, even if it doesn't look the way that you wanted it to look, start it.
Yeah.
Do it. Take action. That's the best way to start anything. But back to this because I was like, we keep diverting. We have so many distractions. Yeah. From there, friendships. That's a big thing. I wanted to cultivate and foster friendships stronger than ever. Because I'm gonna talk loud. Because community is everything. I believe it is the foundation to build truly your future and everything in between. So that's like one thing. I have here our podcast, literally just sitting down recording in a comfy area, and this is one of those. Okay.
It is comfy, certainly, but
Yeah.
not what we thought in mind when we did this.
No, it was a little more
Chill?
quiet.
Yeah.
That too earlier, but you know, everybody's having fun.
And we keep it pushing. It's holiday season, guys.
Exactly. We pivot. That's one of the biggest things I think we learned this year.
Yeah.
Pivoting.
Yeah.
Like for sure. From there, oh my God, I love this little star. It says work until you don't have to introduce yourself.
Yeah.
That's our goal. I think of wanting to make it in a way where we feel successful enough where we don't have to introduce ourselves. Like our work, our ethics speaks for itself. From there, starting like a YouTube, like vlogging, just wanting to, I love makeup and I love skincare. So I've thought about like kind of going with the entrepreneurship route of wanting to start a business in that end and what that looks like. From there, oh my gosh, tattoos. I've always wanted to do like my tattoos. I know what is it? Kim Kardashian said like your body's a Bentley, but like I'm sorry, like I want to tattoo my Bentley. Like what can I say? um, I think from there, I'm all about my jewelry about that, and so wanting to show up authentically as myself. What is it? Just self-expression is a huge thing.
Yeah.
And how that shows up, just being more true to oneself. Work on you for you because at the end of the day, everything is for yourself. And then here we have everything career wise, because I want to leave that best for last always. Because that's like my future and that's our future, what we're building for. I talk about wanting to learn another language. From here, everything law. I mean, we have Elwood's, the queen herself. Okay. I know that's kind of crazy, but yes, having the confidence to just believe that you can get anywhere that you put your mind to. And that's for me a big thing of like studying for my LSAT. I've been quite candid about that, studying and wanting to make I would say, build those steps towards that future and that realization. So that's been a huge thing. Going to the libraries. Oh my gosh, me and the library are like two peas in a pod right now. I was gonna say,
We'd love to see your academic body.
yes, everything. From there, I mean, I talked about wanting to build my own business, entrepreneurship, something makeup or skincare related. I really want to do that. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I know this is gonna be crazy, but like y'all see that? Y'all see that? Yes, I know, I'm crazy, but like
It's
I,
fun.
I'm building a body. What can I say?
You are building a body, and there are aspirations, and people have lived out those aspirations, and you know they're possible because of that.
Exactly, and I need to. We're on the way to that. Okay, that's all it's about. And I think last but not least, I mean, I know we talk about love life and whatever and all that. And I think for me, having a partner who supports me, wanting somebody that shows up for me, same way I show up for my friends and how authentically I show up. I'm very intentional, I think, and thoughtful. So to that, like the gifts, like the cooking, like what is it? And even then never feeling guilty for setting boundaries that protect your peace, taking those moments to really set those boundaries because I think that was 2025. I will say it was a year of boundaries and learning what you can and can't tolerate and what's out and what's is out of your control.
Yeah.
So within that, I think I hope I did like a very broad overview, but I tried to go into depth of everything given all that that's going on in the background. But enough about me. Okay, horseshoe.
Okay. So here's my boards. Obviously, we did together, so we have a similar philosophy in approaching it.
Yeah.
Starting off with the word of the year, I chose luminary as my word. Which basically the way that I interpret it is someone who glows, someone who is like a leader, like well established in their community. And that was kind of like it's been my goal for a while, but it's especially my goal now. On this side of the board were more things that I would have to earn for myself, and these are things that like were more emotional. So like material versus emotional, basically. So here we have my like focus on fencing and athletics. Over here we have my focus on small businessing. Over here we have content creation, social media management, which has been a very long time goal of mine. Same thing over here. Money, because like I just like expensive things. Like I really can't help it. Like I'm sorry, even my coffee costs $10 at this point. Like I don't mean for that to be like a luxury good, and it shouldn't be, but it's pricey, and so like I have to earn money to keep up with it. Um, Here we have our podcast. And then here we have a book signing. Here we have my hobbies and like mental health and physical health wellness. So we have me at the gym, that body goals, like just like her, hair goals, because I love taking care of my hair. Don't mind the fact that I did cut off half of it this year. Um,
I hated that. I'm sorry.
she
Just
did hate that.
quickly put it when
And
she
her mother
texted
hated
me
that.
that.
And her mother hated that too.
My mom wasn't like, no way that our shit do that. Her hair grows like, I'm sorry, she's like Rapunzel, bro. Like she's
We're
like,
at this now.
like, yeah.
Which was about where I started the year off with, so it'll be fine. And this is my vision for my hair and jewelry. This was me cooking for myself, same thing as her, of like physically putting in good things into my body. These were some of the hobbies I want to get back to. So jump journaling, chess, dance, art broadly, visiting museums. This was just like a picture of like self love, almost of like I just wanted to look in the mirror and feel very like in love and happy with myself. Um, this was reading. This book in particular is the Bhagavad Gita, which is one that I did want to read. This was creating a house space that felt comfortable for me. These images were all of my like friendships, of like memories that I'm gonna have with my girlfriends, which I'm very like. We'll get to that later. And then these were about my love life. Towards Bob over there.
For me, I was gonna say. No, I mean, these are all visions. And
Yeah.
everything that we're gonna talk about is what did and didn't work out with
Yeah.
2025 and also what we want to change in 2026.
Yeah, exactly. That's the rest of us. So like we just want to be came and provide an overview of what was actually on the board to start off with, so you guys knew.
Yeah, and also
Yeah.
like it's okay that things don't happen because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, so long as you're working towards a goal, I mean, it's
Yeah.
the intention is there, and as long as you continue to, how would we say, like fine tune it, that's all
Yeah.
that matters. And if you're taking action, that's what we like, guys. We have
Yeah.
to take something.
So now we're getting into what actually did work out. So we put a lot of stuff on our boards. Here's what did work out and why we think it worked out.
I mean, to start with, I will say my word of 2025 definitely worked out for me. I feel very lucky and very fortunate for all that I have this year. I mean, I don't want to say I'm a religious person. I think more so just very grateful to the universe, however you want to interpret that, but more so just grateful to everything that I have, what I have, and continue to work towards what I want to work towards. From there, what worked out in this year. Um, here can I go? I was like, what out of the many things that has worked out? I would say like I didn't talk about this. One of the quotes, I am the love of my life. I feel as though for me that was something that did come true this year where I really truly started to build myself. Coming from I would say a being the eldest daughter in a family of core. Being also part of an immigrant family is not the easiest. So putting yourself first has been one of the hardest tasks of my 23 years of life. So becoming the love of my life has been truly 2025, one of the biggest goals, and it has, by like doing more for myself, building better habits of going to the gym. So that's one of the things I have become. I have become more consistent. I think the holidays have just maybe like put a little bit down, but as one does, because we're trying to enjoy family and just
The holidays are an exception period.
I'm gonna say, guys, please, like it's the week between like Christmas and New Year's. So, right now, not too much.
I don't know if you saw the same quote that I did about how it's not what matters what you have between Christmas and New Year's, but what you have between New Year's and Christmas.
Yes, yes. I think that's truly important. I think I said that too as well. Yo, our like 40 pages are also synced, guys. It's kind of crazy. But from there, shopping like expensive things, I would say for sure. for Christmas, just gifted a beautiful bag. I'm not gonna go into depth because I'm also just I'm very fortunate for all that I have. And guys, we gotta stay humble, like something like that, like we need to be humbled. But from there, sowing the seeds for my, I think, business I talked about just with people and wanting to set the stages for that. That's still in the mix, I will say. But from there, everything else that has become like the museum. I have visited quite a lot of museums from like the Met, the Brooklyn Museum, even just like galleries that we visited. I think for your birthday,
Yeah.
actually, we did. It's just that has for sure come to realization. From there, the gym, traveling. I actually have an upcoming trip in a few, so that's been exciting. We went to DR. Um, oh my gosh! And don't worry, there's gonna be another girlhood trip, another
Oh, for
trip.
sure.
Like you guys are just gonna just wait for it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you guys are gonna get tired of us. Like, it's gonna be so crazy. The podcast. Oh, and even the vlogging. I've been vlogging, but I just haven't been posting at all. I don't have my own social like or anything. But more so
Yeah.
for
You
my
haven't yet.
my own personal, like I feel like to get over that fear of just being perceived. I've been vlogging. I even like just send videos to like anybody and I'm just like those are my little vlogs. The podcast, here. I was gonna say I don't think
Yeah.
we need any more words for that. My friendships, it's truly something I've been cultivating and I'm very fortunate enough to have the like friendships that I have. Like, I mean, Arshita is like one of them, like of the many that I consider like we're like
Wait,
this.
this is
Like this is
yeah.
like literally everything to me. And from there continuing to build and fortify those relationships. Chef's kiss. What can I ask for? Like what more can I ask for truly when you have a community just supporting and like uplifting each other? That's everything. And I think that's really big. From there, that girl, that's a mentality, guys. So, as long as you believe it, see it, then you are that. And maybe you don't feel like that girl today, tomorrow, whatever, but you are always that girl.
Mhm.
And so remembering that money, yes, because good news, I think I want to share with the podcast.
Well, that's what you're working
I'm
on now.
starting-
And stuff
I
you
do. I'm starting a new job. I'm very, very excited. It's a lot more opportunities and everything that's come to be, I think I'm just internally grateful. That has also become a realization. I mean, that also comes with good pay, so I'm very happy about that as well. From there, I would say, what is it? Becoming more mindful of what I've been consuming. Just even making choices between when I eat out, because I tend to eat out a lot. I realized that. I was like, ooh, where we get the money for that? But not the point. Just being mindful of like what I'm consuming and wanting to make sure I'm like treating my body with care. That's less screen time, I would say definitely for sure as well. Making sure I don't use my phone before I go to bed at nighttime. Making sure the first thing when I wake up is not checking my phone or checking emails. No, 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 no. Let's take maybe like an hour, just like morning routine and things of that nature. So that's been very, very healthy, I would say. From there, I'm like trying to see what else I have on my vision board left to like accomplish. Same for my LSAT, me and the library have been two peas in a pod, like I said. I'm sorry, the LSAT forum, they will see me because logical.
It's okay, you'll be a celebrity on there, it's fun.
I was like, why do we do this, guys? It's fine. I understand why we do that. From there, I would say everything else that has come to be reading more. I'm actually, my partner and I have kind of started like a little mini book club between the two of us. Yeah, actually, he gifted
Yeah.
me a book
That's
for
so
this year's because he knows I've been
cute.
telling him, hey, can we start a book
Yeah.
club? And that's one thing that I am very appreciative of him supporting also like my hobbies and my goals and whatnot. So that has also come to a realization. From there, everything else, so like journaling. Oh my gosh. Arshita, oh my gosh. Arshita got me this like it's kind of like a Louis Carmen like a journal type of ask like a traveler's notebook. Like let's just go with there. I was obsessed with Louis Carmen and then because this will go over my For You page on TikTok. From there, she got me for my birthday and I could tell you I was like in tears from like everything because I just when to be loved is to be seen. And for me, that was like the one of the greatest gifts that I could tell like she was hearing me and she was listening to me. And like I use that book every time. I'm like, what is it?
She shows me a picture
Like
pretty frequently
I
too.
was like when I like started DIYing it and everything, I was like, Rashida, like our charm. Cause we got this like what is it, necklace, like a pendant from DR, one of the crystals from like DR
Yeah.
native, like DR. And I put that on my notebook and everything. And so that's been a big thing where I've been journaling a lot of self-reflection because guys, self-reflection, please let's start doing that. But it's really good for the soul. From there, vlogging, I would say I started doing my makeup more often, which then that coincides with like wanting to build my business. But then I would say, what else can I go into? Oh my gosh, my friendships and my career. I did talk a little bit about that. Definitely have been making the moves towards that. That has come to a realization. The podcast, like I said, self-explanatory. I mean, we're here. um, and then I guess like for my partnership, like I know we have to talk about a man out here, guys, but my partner that definitely has also come true, and I'm very fortunate enough to have the partner that I have, and we continue to grow and we continue to build the relationship we have. And like I said, I'm very grateful for all that has come true in this board. And there are some things that didn't come true as well, I will say. And for the reasons that they have come true, I would say it has taken a lot of effort, a lot of, what can I say, just being, for example, like the food that I consume, being more intentional, like, okay, making sure it's a healthy meal from like carbs, protein, veggies, like that's being more intentional about that. Making the time to just like have my morning routines. That has also why I've been able to have less screen time, building my habits. Calendar has been like me, well, calendar, two pieces apart. Okay. There are times where I don't listen to it. Not good, and I realize where that takes me. But I also see, like, the good that it has done to me, and I think that also has helped me realize a lot of these goals. It's helped me, like, make sure I can make the time for my hobbies, for my family, for my friends, for the friendships, and even just, like, for the outside, studying for my career, the moves to also, like, visit places like the museums, like, things of that nature, and journaling. Because it's important to also make time for just yes, for friends, family, and external, but also your time for yourself. Guys, please give time for yourself. I was gonna say, as one
Yes.
thing that, like, time is of the essence and wanna make sure that you're always giving back to you as well, not just to others.
Your
But
most valuable resource.
yes,
Yeah.
don't get it back.
Mhm.
You don't. So, I think that's, like, a cute little candid, like, very overview of everything that worked out, and I can't wait to hear what Arshita, like, what worked out in her.
So here we have my board. And so this first part of this is fencing. I did and didn't accomplish some parts that I did lay out for this thing that I did accomplish was staying in the sport post graduation. Um, I wanted to mention that I did put a post-it mark wherever I did accomplish something that was on this board for like mental purposes of like feeling like I did accomplish something. They're a lot harder to tell on the screen over there, but like I can see them. Like you might notice this like a little pink blip right here, for example. So that makes it a lot easier to explain this part. Um, Here you can see I actually did put a post-it for this, but this was like small business related. I did launch small business, but very late in the year in November. Better late than never. Better late than never. It still fell into this year.
It did. I was gonna say
Yeah.
that was the one that she texted us about, and we were like raving. We're like, "Oh, she like, yes, like do it. Why would you not?" Like we were like, "Girl." And
It
so
it happened by a stroke of luck. I found out about this craft fair that was happening around Halloween at Rutgers, actually. And so I went and I took my matchboxes and lighters, which I decorate. And they performed pretty well when I was at the fair. So I was like, okay, I've got like a little litmus test that like people might actually want to buy this stuff. So I've kind of launched it there. I've sold some products since then. I think I could continue in the next years. Uh, Here I didn't get too much into like branded collaborations, but I did start creating social media more consistently over the last few months, which has been really nice. Over here we got a podcaster. Obviously, as Pam said, that one's pretty self-explanatory. Here we actually have like a grade sheet with like all A pluses. I'm very proud to say that I did graduate with 4.0 in my master's program. So I did get through that one. For hobbies wise, I was more consistent in the gym than I usually have been. I've been setting up my habits right for it, putting myself in situations where I would want to work out and like building that motivation, even if it's artificially. Ken and I used to go to the gym together too when we were
I
still on
know.
campus. Makes it a lot harder when we're an hour and a half away from each other now, but it set us up for the right habits down the line. Cooking healthy. I mean, we were practically cooking for ourselves for a good minute in this year. Um, I did start playing chess, started like actually studying how to go about it. So I'm really happy that's on my board. Um, the healthy long hair. I have healthy hair, it's just not long anymore.
No, she was Rapunzel, but it's okay. Like it's
Okay, but Rapunzel acts half of her hair by the end of
I
the day. Okay,
know, but
like it's
like
fine.
not the point. Ah.
Um, I got a girl in a museum, and I have been to more museums and more galleries than I could have counted. That little post-it note has like several dates, and then it's just like stop. I just said and more at some point because I didn't want to keep updating it. Um, and I started reading. Did start getting back into music. This junk journal over there, I did start heavily junk journaling this year, which has been really fun. Let's see. I also joined Sketchbook Club. This is a sketch for a hobby that I learned to draw. So there's that. And then the last section that really did come true this year is my platonic relationships with people. I'm incredibly grateful to have a like very happy network of girlies and friends with me. And like it's the first time in my life where it's been that consistent, and especially after graduation, I thought it was gonna be hard. And it definitely does pose some challenges. But I've been able to sustain relationships with people I really love and care about. And they're healthy relationships. Like,
Healthy relationships are hard, I
yeah.
will say,
Yeah.
but they take so much time and effort, but it truly is. As long as you
Yeah.
both have the input and the buy-in,
Yeah.
that makes all the difference.
Yeah. And like there are things that were really great dreams that came true that weren't on this board but still came true anyways. And I think that's also really nice. It's like sometimes life takes you in directions that you don't anticipate, and your board definitely can't anticipate it if you don't anticipate it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to discount that, like, even though things didn't go in accordance with everything that's on this board, a lot of good things did happen this year.
I was gonna say, I think to the point where she was said, like a lot of things maybe didn't happen, but a lot of things did happen as well.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna invalidate what did happen because those are goals in itself.
Yeah.
Also, what didn't happen is just something that's an opportunity for next
Yeah.
year. I say it as that and what we want to change. I mean, for
Yeah.
me, I can talk about a little bit of what didn't work out.
Yeah.
Because we want to be real as well of like what didn't work out, and I can like then be a segue for like what we want to change for 2026. So
Yeah.
some certain things that we want to be able to build and like become, I would say, well, improve upon. Oh my gosh, so I guess I'll start with
Yeah. Go for it.
what
You got it.
like
You got
didn't work
it.
out.
Yeah.
I know, guys, we gotta be real too. Like
Yeah.
it's okay to be that way. Like
No,
we're not.
like everyone talks about their rebrand. They're always like, "Oh, like this is everything that I accomplished on my board," and we did accomplish a lot. And I like that's why I added that like things did come true and things didn't come true that were good too. But like there are things that didn't come true on that board either. Like,
No, it didn't. And I
yeah,
was gonna say, but that's like all the reason why it's important to talk about what didn't happen
yeah,
because you're being real. We're not here to sell you a story, and it's not even that we are trying to sell you a story, but like being real with yourself is also a reality check. It's
yeah,
like holding yourself accountable. And we talk about accountability, we talk about discipline,
yeah,
and we're talking about wanting to build a better future. It's improvement.
yeah,
So to that, I'm gonna segue like into what didn't work out. That didn't work out. Hmm. Dancing. I said that I definitely wanted to get into like a dance club, a dance class, something as could be it Latin or more so choreography, just like in itself, like ensemble. I used to do that back when I was younger, so that's something that I probably would still prefer to physics, I would say, because it's something that coincides with like my health and wellness. And I don't know, I love dancing and I don't want to just do the two step like regular, like bachata that you know, or whatever, cumbia. But I want to be able to really like learn the dance moves and become better at that. And also community. I feel like a dance team
yeah,
is different. Like it's so different. And the accountability on that too. Really good. That didn't work out. I think more so it didn't work out because how would I say time? I think trying to also actualize all these goals in the midst of also post grad. I mean, being real, we graduated in May and then from there full time job to like the transitionary like era that we are in right now can be a lot. But like the fact that we have accomplished so much is tremendous. And I'm very proud of ourselves as well on that end. Um, from there, what didn't work out, I would say, what is it? The body. We're still working on the body, yada yada. I know, but that will take time. I think I also wanted to be more mindful of like, yes, what I put in my body, but also cooking. I have not had the time to really cook, I will say, but wanting to become more intentional about just cooking whole meals. That's something that I really want to bring in. My business, I said like I sold the seeds, the tension, but that is not in has not come to fruition just quite yet. From there, I would say what was it? Oh my gosh. I'm like looking like what didn't because there's quite a few things that didn't happen, guys. I'm not gonna not be real out here. Well, I did have some nice gifts. I'm not also bougie to the full extent. We're still trying to get to that area. The tattoos didn't happen. Definitely
The
not.
piercings, the piercings.
Yes, we did get piercings. I'm still working hard to introduce myself. um, we're not quite there just yet, but we will get there, guys. Starting my business, wanting to be more in touch with my friends. I want to be able to plan more, I think, hosting events of like Galentine's. I think that's something that I would maybe want to be able to do. Um, Traveling more. I think just staying consistent. A lot of my board is about consistency, I will say. And that has been one of the feats that I'm working on this year and even for next year. I have been told, I think, just not by like in a bad way, but you have the intention, you have these ideas, and like you start them, but then where's the follow through? And I think the vision board is a great tool for that, creativity wise. However, follow through is one thing that I'm consistently working on. Discipline is something I'm still working on. And being able to continue. From there, law school is still a work in progress. I will say, hope you guys are closer, we're close to convert. From there, I have here, like, I guess, like pictures of kind of like modeling acting. I really did used to that when I was younger. Still hitting over that perception, or the fear of being perceived, but we'll get there. And so, the things I would say, the hindrance to some of these was myself. Quite candidly. I realize I overthink a lot, thinking anxiety. But also like wanting to be perfect and thinking I need to have everything in order before taking the action when you just need to take the action. You just need to do it in order to then you'll learn along the way. And so to what didn't work out, I say thank you because you taught me these lessons.
Okay. In terms of what didn't necessarily pan out for me, I started getting into this, like, at least hinting at it a little bit when I was talking about what did work out because, like, there's good and bad in everything. And so one thing is like I wanted to medal in fencing. I want to do everything well. And that part didn't necessarily work out for me. That one I would kind of point to my own like consistency in working out. Because I think the recurring theme for the goals on this board was that I knew what needs to be done and I would build up these plans to get it done and then I just wouldn't follow through on them. So like it wasn't like a lack of opportunity or lack of awareness. I had the knowledge and tools. I just didn't get myself to the finish line. And so that thing really took a hit with fencing. Um, Small business wise, I think I was procrastinating a little bit. Like I did get to it, just not in time for it to be like fully fleshed out. But I also like I do want to point out that like you put stuff on this board, but and like everyone really points it out to be like, oh, like I accomplished this in a year, but a lot of things that you put on your board can't necessarily be accomplished in a year. Like I know that we both have like physical body goals and like even like the most seasoned athletes or seasoned weightlifters don't accomplish that in their first year. Like they get close or they get like a lot of progress done, and you do have to start somewhere and stay consistent. But I think that's been like another lesson of like just because it's on your board doesn't mean like you're like gonna wave a magic wand and you're gonna get everything that you want automatically.
We gotta be realistic, guys.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
like put that as like your source of inspiration, as Pam said, but that like you got to get yourself to the finish line. You got to stick to it. Like the consistency is a really big thing. Um, for social media content creation, I did get into it, but I didn't get into the branded deals. Fortunately, like I've gotten my taste for like what social media looks like today, thanks to what I did dabble into. So going into the next year, I feel like a little bit more equipped. But yeah, I think again, like a lot of this was just like I didn't start it on time or like,
Yeah.
and I will say part of that was because when you're graduating with your master's and you're graduating with the job that we did, you don't have a lot of time for anything else. Our job was very like crisis response focused and like when you're putting out dumpster fires day after day after day, hour after hour, like
You can't.
yeah.
I mean, like you're stuck in a reactive mindset,
Yeah.
or you can't be proactive. I'm sorry. When like,
Yeah.
you're just thinking, oh, when's the next fire? When's like the next
Yeah.
like, issue happen?
And it's not to like pity ourselves or anything like that. It's just to like cope with the reality of like we might have put these goals on paper, but the reality that like would have been conducive to that didn't hit until later in the year. So like maybe we took some time even once we did have access to that reality But, like, there's time that's lost that we can't entirely blame ourselves for, I'll put it that way.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think it's like being real, like you
Yeah.
said, like being realistic with
Yeah.
oneself. Because one, it's like giving yourself grace, right?
Yeah.
But also like not making excuses,
Yeah.
right? To still like, I mean, I say this all the time and
Yeah.
time again. Life lives. Like I get that.
Yeah.
But like life for everyone. And then not to invalidate your feelings or anybody's feelings or invalidate my experience or her
Yeah.
experiences or anybody's experiences or feelings. But it is having that in the mindset that everybody's kind of going through something and also being real with like, this is what our reality was and what we could do with what our
Yeah.
reality. I mean, I think we did pretty well.
Yeah.
Like I was gonna say,
Like, there are
like,
so many wins in this year. There aren't, like
yeah.
there are losses, obviously, but there are a lot of wins too. They just weren't the ones we planned for either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like,
And this part of the board, I did mention that I want a new job. The other two corresponding pictures were for this job to be in journalism, which unfortunately didn't pan out the way that I wanted to. Because I'm not currently working full time in journalism, but I've had some part time roles in journalism and content creation, like not personal content, but like creating marketing content or creating written content for other like organizations I've been part of. So it's not like a full write off. It's just like instead of being a full time journalist, I'm a part time writer. So it didn't entirely check off what this board was this portion of the board rather was supposed to be about. Money, I didn't get the salary I, like, again, was thinking, but also I'm an entry level employee. I make entry level pay. So let's just be realistic. Let's just be realistic here. I'm very happy with what I do have, though. I want to keep emphasizing that. Like, I will never look down on anything that I have because I do consider myself to be very fortunate. Anything that I am saying that I haven't accomplished is just fodder for next year.
I think it's like there's nothing wrong in wanting to what is it, become better.
Yeah.
To self improve. So
Yeah.
like what we say right now is just a starting point and we're like I said, Arshida has said it time and time again, fortunate and very grateful
Yeah.
to be where we're at. And it's just a starting point to okay, like where do we want the next level to
Yeah. And like, I don't know. Now that everyone, like, I mean, yes, everyone has to start somewhere. Like, that's a big part of it.
yeah, it is.
But also, like, I don't know. I fully believe that, like, life has its own path for you. And, like, you control the direction that you go in to a certain extent. But some opportunities come your way, and either you take them or you don't take them. Like, but you control that aspect, not what opportunities come your way. And so, like, I think a big part of 2025 has been, like, when an opportunity did come my way, I did always take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
like every opportunity that comes your way, okay?
Yeah, we mentioned the podcast. The modeling portion didn't get to it this year because I think it was also tied a lot to my physical health and like working out, and I didn't check off those boxes to like leverage my like applications.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that's not gonna happen next year.
Stay
Uh,
tuned.
for this, yeah, the workout things, like I started working out a bit more consistently at the beginning of the year. I'd kind of let go through halfway through the year. Still getting back on the horse and learning what working out means for me. But I've started to like get back into physical activity. I've joined calisthenics classes. I've joined dance classes. Like I'm sowing the seeds. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
I did get back into dance, which was one of my goals. It hasn't been as smooth sailing as I would have wanted to, but nothing really is when you like leave for 4 years and then you come back and everybody else has been doing it for the 4 years that you were out.
You to be real with yourself.
Yeah. Uh, Friendships. This was like a full on hit. I will never discount any of my friendships. My romantic relationship at the end. That's why she was laughing. I don't have one.
I'm not laughing. It's because Rashida was like saying something about it, okay? And it's for her like just wait, because I look like a mean person right now, but I promise
She's not mean, and I love her, and she loves me. Okay, like
it's all love. I think
yeah,
like within that the friendship that we have created,
yeah,
that we have, it has led us to be where we're at
yeah.
right now. We're comfortable with one another.
Yeah, so like that entire like what is it, right or left corner, depending on how you look at the board, was about getting a romantic relationship this year, which I did not.
Mhm.
But I will leave that till like what we're looking forward to in 2026 because I have more words on that they're more applicable for that.
So talk about 2026. I mean, I'll like kind of shift gears into that. I mean, um, what can I say? I think that I kind of want to go based off a little bit about this, but more so also what I want to do within 2026 of some of the goals I have is like, for example, dance class. I definitely still want to do that. I have been wanting to push myself even more because also that holds accountability, I would say, when you have You're paying for membership? Um,
Yeah,
and
I'm sorry,
yeah.
I started paying for the gym and I was like, "Oh, shit, like, money? Like, my money's on the line?"
Yeah, like, oh my god.
Yeah.
No, I actually have to do that. I actually have to go
Yeah.
to the gym. I actually have to put the time. And I think for
Yeah.
that, like if having a team, like be able to be with companions, to me it will make it more okay, holding myself accountable. But that's something that I definitely want to do because I always say it's my Latin genes, but no. Like more so like just wanting to dance. I did that when I was younger. And I want to be able to I think you mentioned this. I don't know if you mentioned this earlier, but I think maybe even just like in our private conversation
Yeah.
of like bringing your spark back.
Yeah.
And I think for me that was something that you like. It was very beautiful how you said
Yeah.
that because I feel like that's how I feel about dance sometimes. Where like
Yeah.
bringing back that I don't know child like
Yeah.
excitement, like it's like just feeling of dance. That's one thing I want to be able to change for 2026 of truly making that reality. That dream come to fruition, become a reality. And from there, I'll say my business, that's something I really want to bring into 2026. At least planting the seeds, even if it be going to conferences or going to talks, things of that nature, surrounding myself in communities where it is about entrepreneurship. That's something that I really want to do and really pushing myself. I want to challenge myself. I think I've lived in a mindset where I've been complacent or like I'm doing what can be done and I'm pushing myself, but then I'm like, no, 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 I can push myself even more. And for a multitude of reasons. I won't say no. And we can dive deep into those like into those reasons later on in
Yeah.
other future episodes. But to that, I was saying in 2026, I think it's a rebrand of okay, who we are becoming. We are who we are, and planting those seeds, right, of becoming that better version of ourselves. We're always on that. I still definitely want to get to my tattoos. Okay, I will say that. I feel like mixed back and forth in between them because also like they hurt. So I don't know how I feel about pain, guys. But I feel like for more than everything, health and wellness has been something within 2026 where I want to do even more. Health and wellness because then it's tied into like my career. You feel good about yourself. I'm sorry, but like from there, you like are able to take on the world. Is how I see it as like I can then start. I think I even think of like acting, modeling, my vlogging, and then from there, 2026, even more artistic. I was talking about this with Arshita, how I feel like she kind of was the catalyst or she invigorated that passion again for art and being able I've been visiting museums, visiting galleries, and that has inspired me to like also try different methods of art and wanting to go back into like what is it? I used to do like stenciling and what is it? These type of like drawings. And for me, wanting to build back into that, going back into that well, tie that on into like also that is health and wellness because you are taking care of your mental through doing those hobbies. Hobbies are a great thing. I was just
Yes.
saying, can we bring back hobbies, guys? Like, can we stop being screen natures? But I think like for me, 2026, I will say in a whole, because I don't want to like take so much time, intentionality. I think it's being intentional with my time, being intentional with my choices, being intentional with like even if we talk about health and wellness, what you're consuming, the media that you're consuming. I don't want to just be doom scrolling on TikTok. I mean, hey, for like podcast ideas, sure, but like I would say doom scrolling just for even like articles, things of the nature that it is truly. I saw this like TikTok video. It's like if it's not making me prettier, battier, or richer, I don't
Pretty
want
rich
it.
or smarter.
Like literally, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
yes,
yes.
yes.
If it's not making me either of those three things, you're out the door. Like, I don't care about you. And I think that's for 2026, my whole all in itself. Like, if it's not making me prettier, richer, or smarter, I don't want it. I want to be able to, I would say, conduct myself in a manner where I feel confident within myself and I feel confident in my person. And to that, I look forward to 2026. And we'll not be lucky. We will come back with that. But it will be I don't know, more extraordinary, so I'm excited to that.
Okay, yeah. For where I'm at, I think the recurring theme of what did work out on this board was like things that I did have control over, and then like things that I could take on, I like did very well up in. Like I think that was like a philosophy I almost learned of like if I'm gonna put myself into something, I'm gonna put myself 100% because it was less about like a lot of these things would have been new introductions in my life, and the things that I did do, I did commit to them and I delivered on them 100%. The things that I didn't do just like disappeared off. Um, and the other thing is just, yeah, honestly, that was the big thing of like just knowing, like, not necessarily when to pick and choose your battles, but just being aware of like what you are capable of. And delusion's a very nice thing. Don't get me wrong, but also just like being realistically delusional. Of like, for example, like accomplishing like 5 different careers in 1 year is delusional. Part of it is aspirational and part of it's a little unrealistic. And like that isn't just to like limit myself, but like the average person isn't gonna do that. Like I want to be successful and I am successful.
Yes.
But I've been successful doing half of these things in this board.
Yeah.
And so I have designed my 2026 board. And it's designed with those kinds of lessons in mind of like focusing more on like what I have authority over and making the most of that. So some of these goals have translated into the upcoming year and then some of them I've kind of left behind. So like for example, when it comes to my career, I've pivoted from wanting a career in communications for the time being. Because again, I'm very happy where I'm at. Even if it wasn't what I originally planned for 2025. And focusing more on like independent projects in the career that I'm in. Like I want my 9 to 5 and I really like it, but I like being able to pursue things outside of it and having the 9 to 5 that I do enables me to do that. And so a lot of my board is focused on making those things a success because I know that if I start them, I will finish them. Uh, so social media and content creation had made it on there. Sorry, they've been a little louder there. uh, Working out's another big thing. I think I've gotten past the point in my year where I'm so like drowning in burnout. I'm no longer burnt out in the way that I was before. So now I actually want to commit to like making those goals happen. I have put relationships on my upcoming board, but this is the part that I was laughing about. I have put my friends and my family on my board because again, those are things that I know I can invest in and succeed in. Um, because I deserve bigger than that. Like I know that when I hang out with my friends, I have the tools and the like emotional capacity to make those relationships work. And the where I'm branching out is like with my familial relationships. But I have taken a romantic relationship off the board because I think that's the like going back to the things that are in my control and things that aren't. How I approach my platonic relationships and how I approach my existing familial relationships, how I show up in them is in my control. And it's up to me to make those visions come true. And there are things that aren't necessarily in my control, which like romantic relationship, I don't have the seeds for that yet. I'm not as interested in sowing the seeds of that anymore either as I used to be. So I want my 2026 board to kind of reflect that like Cam said, that little TikTok of becoming like pretty rich or smarter, like my upcoming board reflects the actions that I know I can take to make myself prettier, richer, and smarter, and things that are up to chance or opportunity will come because they did come this year. Like a lot of things that I accomplished, like we've been talking about, were opportunities I didn't manifest, but they came anyways. And so I know I'll take them on, but the things that are on my board are things that I know I can bring to life. So I think that's my big learning lesson for 2026.
I love that. I think that's a very beautiful way of seeing vision boards because I think vision boards are so oftentimes seen in a way of illusion,
Yeah.
like aspirational, and not in a bad way. I think it's very good to have a healthy level of illusion.
Yeah.
But I think being also realistic in the sense of what is attainable, what can you do, and what you can do. And I love that. I love like the follow of what you can control, and putting that within your own control because it also gives you that assurance that you can accomplish it and that you will be able to accomplish it. I feel like that's a very good way of putting it.
I told Pam earlier today, actually, this idea of like you can choose to either be radically happy or radically upset. And I think like that translated to my board configuration as well.
Yeah.
Of like I could choose to radically focus on like everything I do have control over, or I could choose to radically focus on things that I don't. And as someone who also deals with anxious thoughts a lot, like that's a big part of that. Like like the things that I don't have control over tend to take a very big part in my life just because that's how I react to things. And so for 2026, I'm trying to design everything in my life, that same intentionality that you discussed,
Yeah.
to focus on intentional things I know I can control. And the things that I can't control will come my way, good or bad. Like they will. Like life will always hit you with curveballs, and I don't know, I'm just gonna trust they're gonna take me in the right direction, even if I don't know what they are, and even if they kind of suck in the beginning.
Oh my gosh. You
Yeah.
just have to be okay with pivoting. I
Yeah.
think like our biggest thing, even just like throughout this day,
Yeah.
we keep it pushing, we pivot. Okay. Those have been our biggest thing. And I think even just bringing that into 2026,
Yeah.
like you said, like being intentional and what you can handle within your control is beautiful because everything out of your control, I mean, honestly, you're just giving yourself more anxiety, more stress. It's just anxiety is boosting at that point. But like, you can't
Yeah.
control that. But what you can, own it, right?
Yeah.
Take accountability and take those steps to become a better, I would say, whatever the case may be, I would say a better version of yourself, but just however you want to show up,
Yeah.
take those steps, be intentional about that,
Yeah.
and consistent. I think consistency is a huge thing. Even
Yeah, for 2025, I wasn't
yeah,
consistent. Like the first year, I was on top of my game. First half of the year, sorry, I was on top of my game. Second half of the year, I kind of dwindled off. Well, that's why we come back of 2026 stronger.
me too. And I'm really
Yeah.
happy. I think like I want to say thank you to you guys.
Yeah.
Because like you guys were truly one of our things that was on our vision board that came to
Yeah.
fruition, and here we continue to
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah.
And we couldn't do it without you guys, and we're so excited to see what 2026 brings us, especially with this podcast and all the episodes that we have for you guys. I mean, all the learnings, the lessons, the goals, the aspirations, everything in between. We can begin to explain how I would say elite we are.
Yeah.
To just like talk about it and do this together.
Yes.
And yeah, hold ourselves accountable too. I would say to that. So
Yeah, you guys foster that accountability and you guys foster that sense of pivoting that we've been talking about. Like everything that we talk about is partially because we do it for you guys. And like it's not to say that social media is performative, it's just that now we have a reason to get it right.
yeah.
Like we're yes, a good enough reason, but because we're both so not externally driven, but like we like to be at service of other people and we like to make sure that like our impact goes beyond our individual wellness. Having a community like you guys really ties that all together again, even if it feels like nothing else does at that time.
So we'll keep showing up, I
Yeah.
would say. And we appreciate you guys for tuning into episode 3.
Happy New Year, happy holidays, whichever ones you celebrate.
This literally, I mean, we're grateful to bring you guys into the new year,
Yeah.
and we can't wait for so many more episodes of what's to come with Pen Pal.
Signing off, yours truly,
Bye, Pam.
and Arshita.